Welcome to my channel, The Narrative Magic.
Self-control and discipline are the keys to success and happiness. Let's understand this with an example. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by rolling green hills, there lived a young man named Arin. Arin was known for his intelligence and ambition. He dreamed of becoming the most respected scholar in the land, a man whose name would be spoken with admiration for generations. However, despite his bright mind and big dreams, Arin had one major problem. He couldn't control his thoughts. Arin's days were filled with distractions. Instead of focusing on his studies or progressing toward his goals, he spent hours daydreaming, chatting with friends, or indulging in idle activities. At night, as he lay in bed, he would feel a heavy sense of regret. "I wasted another day," he would think, frustration filling his heart. He wanted to achieve greatness, but felt trapped by his inability to stay focused. One day, after yet another unproductive week, Arin decided that he needed help. The villagers often spoke of a wise old sage named Suryan who lived high up on a mountain. Suryan was said to possess deep wisdom and the ability to guide anyone who sought his advice. Determined to change his life, Arin packed a small bag, said goodbye to his family, and began climbing the mountain. The journey was long and tiring. The path was steep and rocky, and Arin's legs ached as he pushed himself upward. But he didn't give up. "If I can't even complete this climb," he told himself, "I'll never be able to achieve my dreams." Finally, after hours of effort, he reached the top. There, sitting outside a small, simple hut, was the sage. Suryan was an old man with a kind face and calm eyes. He smiled as Arin approached. "Why have you come here, young man?" he asked in a gentle voice. "Master, I want to be successful and happy," Arin said. "But my mind is my greatest enemy. It keeps distracting me. I waste time and I can't focus on my goals. Please teach me how to control my mind." Suryan listened carefully, nodding as Arin spoke. After a moment of thought, he reached into his hut and brought out a small, circular mirror. The frame was plain and the glass was spotless, reflecting the sunlight. "Take this mirror with you," Suryan said, handing it to Arin. "Every time you waste time or make a poor choice, mark the mirror with a black dot. And every time you make a good decision or resist a distraction, take the time to polish off one dot. When the mirror is clean, come back to me." Arin was puzzled, but didn't question the sage's wisdom. He thanked Suryan and began the journey back down the mountain, the mirror carefully tucked into his bag. The next day, Arin began using the mirror. Every time he got distracted, spent time on something unimportant, or avoided his studies, he marked the mirror with a black dot. By the end of the first day, the mirror was already covered in smudges. Arin stared at it with a heavy heart. "Is this how I've been living?" he thought. The sight of the messy mirror was a painful reminder of how often he gave in to distractions. But as the days went by, something began to change. Each time Arin faced a choice, to stay focused or to waste time, he found himself hesitating. He would glance at the mirror and think, "Do I really want to add another dot?" Slowly, he started making better decisions. Instead of procrastinating, he would sit down with his books. Instead of gossiping with friends, he would spend time learning or reflecting. Each time he made a good choice, he carefully polished the mirror to remove a dot. It became a daily ritual, one that filled him with a growing sense of pride. Weeks turned into months, and Arin's habits transformed. The mirror, once covered in black marks, began to shine again. His days were productive, and he felt more confident and focused than ever before. The things that once distracted him now seemed unimportant. For the first time in his life, he felt in control of his mind. One bright morning, Arin decided it was time to return to the sage. He climbed the mountain again, this time with steady steps and a light heart. When he reached the top, Suryan was waiting for him, just as calm and kind as before. Arin held up the mirror, now spotless and gleaming. "I've done it, Master," he said. I've learned to control my mind. The distractions that once ruled me no longer have power over me. Now I can focus on what really matters. Suryan smiled, his eyes twinkling with approval. The mirror was never special, he said. It was just a tool to help you see what was already inside you. The black dots were not on the glass, they were in your mind. By learning to remove them, you have polished your thoughts and your spirit. When you control your mind, you control your life. That is the true key to success and happiness. Arin returned to the village a changed man. He became a great scholar, admired by everyone for his wisdom and discipline. More importantly, he found the happiness and peace he had always longed for. And though he no longer needed the mirror, he kept it in a special place as a reminder of the journey that transformed his life. Moral: self-control and discipline are the keys to success and happiness. When you learn to master your mind, you can achieve anything. Thanks for watching.